Hey friends, on today's quick video, I'm going to show you how to customize your trackpad on your MacBook. Now this is a MacBook Pro I'm using, but this is going to be really similar for all of your MacBooks with the latest software update. Now, what you're going to be doing is you're going to come in here to our trackpad settings. Now this is a system settings function, and the easiest way to get here is to come up here, top left-hand corner, click on your little Apple symbol, come over here, click on system settings, and this is going to bring you to all of your system settings. And then scroll down towards the bottom here. You can see there's quite a few options we can choose from. You're going to scroll down to the bottom and you're going to see trackpad. Make sure you're clicked on that. This is going to bring up all of our customizations we can make for our trackpad. Now, to help us visualize this, we have a little box over here on the left, and each of these little blue dots will represent one of your fingers. And so again, be thinking about this as clicking, swiping, scrolling within the trackpad on your keyboard. Over here, you're going to see a little bit more information on what that looks like as you're doing that specific gesture. We have all sorts of different options here to choose from. We have our point and click options. We have our scroll and zoom options, and we have even more gestures over here. So let me really quickly go over some of these, the things that I like, the things that I actually ignore. So track speed, really important. I like my track speed pretty quick. As you can see, I can move my mouse around quite a bit. Obviously, you can move this down, and as you can see, that really has slowed things down for me. So I like to move it all the way up over here just so I can move around nice and quick. Down here we have the pressure that you use for your click. Again, I just keep mine on medium. We have force click and haptic feedback options here. I usually keep those off, but there's some cool options as you can see. And then this is kind of interesting. This is tap with 3 fingers. If you have this on, you can actually tap, as you can see, 1, 2, 3 fingers on the trackpad at once. You just need to tap. And then as you can see, when you're highlighting a specific piece of information, it will pop up a window that will give you more data on that specific subject. So you can kind of play around with that, see what you think. Secondary click. This is going to be, if you have like a mouse, you're used to those 1, 2, or 3 buttons on your mouse. And the right click or the secondary click is what this usually can do for you. Now, I like the click or tap with 2 fingers, and that will give me those right click options or secondary click options. As you can see, we have a little down arrow, and you can actually set this up so that you click on the bottom right or the bottom left corner. If I click that, as you can see in the top left, that little blue button now acts like a mouse, where if you click those bottom areas, it will act as that secondary button. Again, I just like to use 2 fingers. I find it much more natural for me. And then we have the tap to click function. This is again just tapping with 1 finger, and that again is your normal click option. We also have scroll and zoom options. Now we have natural scrolling, which is kind of like on your iPhone. As you can see, those 2 blue dots on the left there, as you move down, the page will actually scroll in the opposite direction. But again, this is kind of how you experience it on your iPhone. I don't like this because I like the old school experience for computers, and so I keep this off. Zoom in or out, this is kind of nice. As you can see, those 2 blue dots, if you put your fingers on and then spread them apart, that will actually zoom in or out. We have a smart zoom, and that basically, again, double tap with 2 fingers and it will zoom in on a page. And then we also have the rotate function, where if you have 2 fingers placed on the trackpad and you start rotating them at the same time, it'll actually rotate images and different things like that. So again, that only works in software that actually utilizes these rotate functions, but kind of a neat thing to be able to do. All right, last section here is more gestures. And again, this is just all sorts of different options. You can see you can swipe between pages, and this is again like you're on your phone and you're swiping between things. You can also do this between full screen applications. And again, there's a drop-down menu where you can actually change this up so everything is more natural for you. Notification center can also be swiped, as well as mission control. The app expose you can actually turn on if you like, and you can do that by swiping down with 3 or 4 fingers there. We have our launch pad you can place with your thumb and 3 fingers. And you can also do the show desktop option by spreading with a thumb and 3 fingers. Again, a lot of these gestures are meant to be really helpful. You just have to remember how to use them. Once you start doing it, you actually lock in some muscle memory. So again, play around with these things, find the thing that's most natural to you, and again, dial it in. So these are all the options we have at this time. You can actually set up a Bluetooth trackpad, and there's some other software that is out there that makes this really, really highly customizable. But I have found that all of the native things here within Apple are pretty natural. They do allow you to do most things. I don't even use a mouse anymore. So I hope that has helped, friends. If it has, hit that thumbs up button. Stay tuned and make a ton of these little tech tutorial videos to help make your life and your journey with a Mac just a little easier. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again on the next one.